Hi, welcome to another show and tell. This one is for the month of June, and we're gonna talk about my memories for the month of June, what I watched and did on YouTube that really stood out to me, as well as books. I am gonna put in a new category, which is things that I made, and then we're gonna look at decks that I got and new decks that I added to my wish list. So let's get started. My main memory for the month of June is that I finished my final internship. So I am so close to graduating. Like, I feel like I've been saying that all this school year, but I don't care. I am so close. I have now finished my internship. I only have to do like my final paper, I guess, my final paper, and then my final like conversation, my presentation, something like that. So only two more things and then I'm done. And the second thing, the conversation, the presentation is planned for August 29th. So I have a lot of time to prepare for all of that. So that's really good. So that has been a major focus for me this month, that I am done now and I am just chilling. I am making videos. I'm having a lot of fun creating new videos, coming up with a lot of video ideas. I've been creating my membership and setting that up. I don't even know if that is live by the time this goes up, so I guess I could put it on the YouTube, but I'm just gonna say it here. I have been putting a lot of time and effort into thinking what I wanted to do with my membership. I should have one tier up right now. If not, it's gonna be up soon. And I do have a lot of ideas for future tiers, but I wanted to start with like the low tier first to sort of get that going and to get myself have myself get used to having a membership and offering all those perks every week. So I'm really excited about that. And then the third memory this month was that I did a lot of job interviews. As soon as I was done with my internship, I already applied for jobs and I had job interviews lining up. One at a school, I had one for a company as like a marketing and promotion employee, then one for another marketing sort of campaign coordinator job, and one for social media for a really cool company. So there are already a couple of these interviews that either didn't choose me or that I didn't choose them. So really one that is still in the running is as a teacher for the school that I have applied to. So I'm really excited about that. Now for YouTube, I have been watching, I don't know why, I suddenly started watching Sims videos again, and I've been playing The Sims again. Not a lot, but I really love like building in The Sims. I'm not good at it at all, but I can spend 2 hours on a build, then 45 minutes on creating The Sims, and then I spend 15 minutes on actually playing the game with the characters that I made in the build that I made, and then I'm already bored. So that is sort of how I play The Sims. Anyway, the channels that I have really been watching is, first of all, James Turner, because he created all the lots in the new werewolf pack that came out in this month. I don't have it. I don't really like werewolves. I don't really want to spend money on that, but I do think it was really fun to watch him create all the builds in the game, so that has been really fun to watch. And then also his let's play with the Rage to Riches, which is the rags to riches for werewolves that he created. And then the second channel is one that I always love, and it's Plumbella. I love her so much. I love her energy. I love her videos. I just love anything that she does, basically. So I've been watching her a lot. I've been catching up with her content. And then the third Sims channel that I watched is actually one that I haven't watched a lot of yet, and I didn't even knew about him at all. And it is Dr. Gluon, and he has this multiplayer mod installed, and he hosted like certain games, certain challenges with big Sims YouTubers in multiplayer style, and they were so much fun to watch. Like the first one that I watched was his Sims and Candyland video, which was awesome, and there was another one with certain diseases that they had to get fixed, and then another one with toddlers and Vlad, which was really funny. So I'll link all of those in the description box below so you can watch them as well, and they were so funny. They're definitely longer content, but it was so funny. So those were all the Sims content that I watched, and I didn't really watch a whole lot of new tarot content that I really want to talk about today, but I do want to mention a channel that is really random, I guess, but it is they are called Jordan and McKay, and they are ex-Mormons. I have nothing to do with the Mormon faith or with any faith really. I grew up a little bit in religion, but not really a lot, and it didn't really have a lot of effect on me. But Jordan and McKay grew up Mormon basically, and they over the last few years have left the Mormon church, and they are creating a lot of videos on what it is really like and all that sort of stuff, and it's really fascinating. I really love listening to them. They create longer episodes that are really chill and not really edited much with speaking, like that sort of stuff, and they upload it as a podcast too, so it's really like watching a podcast, but it's really chill, and I've been really enjoying watching their videos while doing my crochet projects. That is the fourth channel that I wanted to highlight today. And now for my own content that I am really excited about. So I did live streams. I'm pretty sure I like only did 2 live streams, okay? However, I first did a live unboxing of 2 decks that I'm going to be showing you today, as well as a few of the decks that I have gotten this month. And it was really fun just hanging out and looking through the cards and talking to you guys live. And it was just, I don't know, I really liked it. It was really fun. And then the other live that I did was the weekly podcast that I have, which hasn't really been weekly for a while since I started my final internship, but I am now doing it weekly again. And I wanted to sort of come back with doing my podcast recording live. I'm not going to do it live in the future because the audio that I got really wasn't that great, and the audio that I want to put up for my podcast, for my audio podcast, I want that to be good, and I want it to be as good as you hear it right here. Hopefully everything should be running smoothly here. So yeah, I'm really excited about doing my podcast again and starting that all up, and that is actually a part of my YouTube memberships, or should be. Like, I don't know what is up yet. I already have everything set up and figured out. I just literally have to launch it, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit nervous to launch it because I don't know if anybody's gonna be interested in it. And even if I don't have any members yet, I will still be creating the content. So when someone does sign up, they'll have a whole library of content to watch. I've also on YouTube been trying new things with editing, and great examples of those are my Do This Tarot Spread for Your Daily Tarot Reading video, where I showed you a 2-card spread for all different themes, and I really enjoyed the editing on that. I also love the editing on my Do I Have Deck FOMO, so the hashtag Deck FOMO VR to tarot and witchery. That was really fun, and I wanted to do that in a different way as well. I really want to get my videos like up to a higher, not only higher quality, but higher speed as well. Like, I don't want to speed through my videos, but I also don't want them to be longer than they have to. There are some content creators that I really like watching longer videos from, but there are other content creators that I'm like, okay, your video is really long, but it's also not edited, and it could really benefit from some editing, even some light editing, but that is just because I'm an editing snob and I'm a video snob. Yeah, I've been really enjoying doing that. So that's it for YouTube. Now, I didn't get any new books, but I have been reading my Astrology for the Light Side of the Brain, so I thought I could spend a little bit of time talking about it. I really haven't gotten that far. I am on page 60 now, and I'm just starting into the signs. So I've already read through the planets, through retrogrades a little bit, and then through the comets, I think, the co-stars like Chiron, and that sort of stuff. And that was really interesting, like so interesting. My plan for this book is that first I'm gonna read it all the way through, not taking notes, just reading it through and getting like my first dose of information, and hopefully have it not be too overwhelming. And then I want to go back to it, and then I want to like get my astrology journal and really write everything down so that I can really get a good understanding of astrology. I might even the second time around like actually write into this book and really put it to good use, And I don't know, the way that she writes this, Kim Rogers Gallagher, I love how she writes this. Like, it's funny, it's relatable, I understand what she's saying. They're not just concepts, they're not just vague abstract things that she are saying, that she's writing, but it's applicable, it's practical. I actually understand what she's writing, which is something that I am really grateful for in an astrology book. And astrology sometimes can be really vague and abstract, but I like that she has written it in such a practical way. So I wanted to highlight that. Next, let's go to my crochet makes. So I've done so much. Let's start with not the bags, but I made some tops, okay? I bought 2 crochet patterns on Etsy that I will both link down below. This is the Venus top. I don't even know if you can see it, but it's like this. It's this top, so it's like a sort of a crop top, okay? It is really freaking cute. And it was really easy to whip up, and the pattern was really easy to follow, and I'll put a picture up on the screen of what the top is supposed to look like, and it does look like it, but it was, especially the sewing part, like here with the top, this part, that was really hard to do. Like, black is the worst to show on camera, I'm sorry. You can't see anything. The other top that I made, this is the pattern, and this is how the top turns out. I messed up so much because I thought that it was not going to be big enough, that I chose wrong size, so I added a lot of rows, and now it is not a corset back because I added too many rows, and it actually fits perfectly, or it would have fitted perfectly if I didn't add all those rows. So the next time I do have some more chunky yarn in pink, so the next time that I'm gonna make it exactly as the pattern, because there's nothing wrong with the pattern and I shouldn't have doubted it. And now it's all weird, and the straps in the back are weird because of what I did. Those are the crop tops, and I do have one top work in progress, and I'll link the video to this tutorial down below. I had to adjust some things in the pattern because I didn't use the thick yarn that she is using, but I'm using like a very thin rainbow yarn, so I'm making a rainbow crop top or bralette. And is this too big? Yes, it is way too big, because look at this. Look at that, it's way too big. Oh, well, maybe it's not actually. Wow, should I wear this bralette over this top? I don't think so. So this has been really fun to work on, and the only thing that is left is I want to make this band like a lot thicker, like at least 3 times as big as it is now, and then I have to do the corset back and then the straps at the top of the bralette cups. So that has been really fun. I've been working that up in like the last 1.5 days or so, and then I don't have it here because I literally already sold it, but I made a rainbow bag that I really liked. I bought some light rainbow color yarn, and I made some bags out of it, but it already sold on my Etsy. I made this really fun yellow and orange tarot bag that is still up in the shop. I also made my blue tarot bag, and actually did this in a tutorial that you can find on my channel as well, that I'll link down below. And I also put up a crochet pattern. So if you wanna make this bag, you can purchase the pattern on my Etsy shop as well. And it's really simple. Like, it's so easy. So I recommend that if you like to crochet stuff and you want to make your own tarot bags, then definitely grab that pattern. And I think it's like 2 months ago that I shared my initial design for my flip over tarot bags, but I still had to get buttons, and I finally got buttons. I got them secondhand, which I really liked. It was the plan all along to get them secondhand, but I never just got out and bought them. So I finished them up. I think the blue one is one of my favorite, but then also the yellow. So those are, I think, my favorite. They are still up on the shop, and they fit like a standard size tarot deck perfectly. I also have 4 sizes of the mint one, a acrylic pink one, and a cotton pink one. These are a little different because the flap is different. I'll show you on the red one, like that. And then these one, I decided to not go with a button, but to go with a string. and I have it in white as well. So if you're interested in any of those bags, they will be on my Etsy. Okay, should I start with my new wishlist decks or the decks that I got? I think I'm gonna start with wishlist decks. Let me scooch over. First is the Metaphysical Cannabis Oracle. This one is by Liminal 11 and creator is Maggie Wilson. I think the images on this deck, I love the art style, I love the images. So, but also the concept of the deck I really like. I like the titles. I think that this is going to be an oracle deck that I could really use, but I am really interested in seeing how I want to use this oracle deck, because the way that oracles work in my practice right now is that I have very themed oracle decks. Pull them out for specific uses. So my Dark Mirror Oracle deck shows the shadow part of like myself or challenges that could come up, like when I do a pick a card reading or something like that. And that is when I use that Oracle deck. So I don't know when I would use the Metaphysical Cannabis Oracle, but I have been so attracted to this, and this is gonna come out. It says June 7th on my Dutch Amazon, but I know it's not right. It's somewhere in July. I know it's somewhere in July. So that is the Metaphysical Cannabis Oracle that is now on my wish list. Next is the Guardian of the Night Tarot. When is this gonna come out? July 5th. And this is by Marguerite Jones, and she is the creator of the Crow Tarot as well. And this one looks really cool. Like, okay, so I added this to my wish list. I don't know if this is one that I'm actually gonna end up getting, but I am so intrigued, and I sort of added it to my wish list to follow the response to this deck. And I definitely want to watch more flip throughs of this deck, because it does look really cool, and it's like a shadowy animal deck almost. And I mean, like, that feels similar to my Wild Unknown, but also I do think that the Wild Unknown is super different from this Guardian of the Night Tarot. So there's that. Next is the Macabre Tarot. This is published by Rockpool, created by Samantha West. This is such an interesting deck. Like, I don't know what it is about this deck that I think it's pretty. It's the black and white and the gold. I think it's really pretty. Some images are a little weird, like the Fool card. That's not necessarily my thing. The Ace of Cups is interesting. I guess this could be like a shadowy work type of deck. So this is also one that I'm not sure about, but I'm very intrigued about this. And this is not new either. This is like from last year, but still really interested in this. The next deck that I added to my wishlist is the When My Soul Whispered Oracle deck. I've seen this one before, and it's just really pretty. First of all, I love that it has a bee on the front because I love bees, but the images are just so pretty. The cards are white, there's a beautiful illustration in the middle, and then just one keyword, or I don't know, one key phrase, I guess, at the bottom of the card. So I think this is gonna be really usable, and I'm really interested in, I don't know, thinking about how this could fit into my practice and if it even does. And the last deck that I added to my wishlist this month is the Prism Oracle, and this is really simple. It just are different colored cards with different like illustrations and keywords on them, and I don't know what it is. I really like it. I am very interested in like watching some more walkthroughs of this. Like, this is not new either, and it's not even new to me, but I'm just really intrigued by this concept, and I'm interested in seeing if there is some more to do with color theory or color magic, I guess, within these cards. And I'm just really excited to... People are yelling like right outside my window, and I just lost my train of thought, but that was the Prism Oracle. Last but not least, the decks that I got in June. So first, the Earth Alchemy Oracle. This is one that I unboxed on the live stream, so you definitely want to check that out. I don't have the entire flip through and everything filmed yet because I'm gonna do them a little bit differently, but this is the Earth Alchemy Oracle by Katie Jane Wright. Then the other one that I unboxed on that live stream is the thera-pets. I am working on a video for this one with an entire review and stuff, because I wanna, with my flip throughs, I wanna add more substance. I wanna add more to my walkthroughs of these decks. So I have already filmed and prepared this, so this video will probably go live before the show and tell. That is the thera-pets, really, really fun. And then I got two more little affirmation decks. This one is Wake Up, Kick Ass, Repeat, and this one is called Inner Effing Peace. And it's so fun, and they are really fun. And I think the Wake Up, Kick Ass, Repeat, I think I used this one for my pick a card reading for the month of July. And yeah, they're just really cute, and they were so affordable. So they were like less than €5 each. So I had to pick them up because I wanted to have some more fun affirmation cards for my pick a card readings. So you can pick like a quote or something like, or a little card like that, and that is really fun to start off a reading. And the last deck that I got is the only tarot deck that I got, and it's one that is like Lisa made me do it. So this is the Witchling Academy Tarot. This has been one that I've had my eye on for a long time. If you don't know, I love Harry Potter. This is not Harry Potter, but it feels similar. It feels like it is in a similar world. And I watched a video of Lisa of this deck, and I just really want to dive into this. I want to read what they call the Witchling Academy Handbook. I already flipped through the cards. I already shuffled them, and then I put them back in order because I want to have them back in order when I walk through like the entire handbook. I really dive deep into it. I make notes on it for in my tarot journal, all that stuff. So I'm really excited to dive deep into the Witchling Academy Tarot. And I already filmed the flip through part, but now I just have to dive really deep into the deck so that I can do an actual review and like adding information for you if you want to get it and if you want to take a look at the deck. So that was it for my show and tell for the month of July. I hope you enjoyed this video. I always really like thinking about this video, about what I want to show and tell, what I want to talk about. And I always have a running list in my Trello account because that is where I organize and manage all my YouTube videos and plan them out and stuff. If you want to see more videos like this, I do a lot of tarot chats, tarot readings, all that fun stuff. Subscribe to the channel, and I would love to have you here. You can book a private one-on-one tarot reading with me through the link in the description box below, either through my Etsy or my Ko-fi shop. But for now, I want to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Oh, did I mention that I colored my hair?